Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to show you guys an example of how to find strong candidates by using a combination of group of trend filters and indicator filters. Okay, let's go to our PowerPoint slides. Okay, we have this disclaimer for every video tutorials within this playlist is to emphasize that the purpose of our examples is to show our user the way of thinking of how to create proper indicators for market scanning. So these examples are not a direct trading suggestions. Okay, let's keep moving on. So find a strong stocks candidates, example 2. We have a list of criteria here in this example. So in order to find a strong candidates, we are looking for stocks that is currently in uptrend. So that's why in the first one, we want to find all the stocks that currently in the daily chart is in the uptrend. So the weekly chart, this stock's also in the uptrend, and the monthly chart is also in the uptrend. So with 3 of them combined, we think those candidates must be strong candidates. Okay, so not only that, so in order to have some of the room for getting more profit, well, we don't want to see those candidates are currently already in the overbought situation, especially in the RSI indicator. So in this example, we're using RSI indicator. So because we have other type of indicator also can show you overbought and oversold. For example, stochastic oscillator indicator, but we don't want to use that. In this example, we are going to use the RSI, the relative strength index indicator. So we are adding extra conditions here. Daily RSI with 14, 30, 70. The 30, 70, 30 means the oversold. 70 is our overbought value. So daily RSI must not be overbought. Okay, so we add another one. The weekly RSI, the daily RSI, the weekly RSI indicator also should not be overbought status, because if it's already in the overbought, we think it might be, too late for us to place the order. And the last one is the monthly RSI also should not be overbought. With 6 conditions right here, we also add another extra conditions here, which is our RSI indicator should not present a bearish peaks divergence with the price action. So this is just for a safeguard here. Just make sure the candidates should not show us any bearish peaks divergence. So if you don't understand what is bearish peaks divergence, please go back to our indicator playlist and looking for the RSI video. So we have a detailed video there and tells you what is that bearish peaks divergence mean. Okay, so with these conditions presented, let's create the indicators. Let's go into our application and go. First of all, let's take a look the trend filters. To open the trend filters, you go into analysis menu group and pick up the trend filter management. As you can see, we already created those filters here. The first one is monthly as uptrend. So basically, you select the price trend scanner, because when we're talking about trend chart on the stocks, so we're talking about the price, which is often closing price. The monthly closing price should be uptrend. So is uptrend equals to true. So that's the first condition. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly one. Again, weekly uptrend, we pick up the price trend scanner. Indicator type is closing price. Weekly chart, that's the important one, and is also uptrend. And is uptrend should be true. Finally, let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily, the daily chart type, we specified another trend filter, daily uptrend. So we select the price trend scanner, and now we're using closing price and the chart type. Of course, we select the daily chart, and function we are using now is uptrend, and the return value is true. So we have those three trend filters created. Okay, now let's moving on to the indicator filters management. So in order to open the indicator filter management, you go into analysis menu group and click the first one, indicator filter management. Okay, so because in our indicator filters we can place a group of conditions together, let's take a look at those here. As I just said, we do not want to RSI indicator present overbought status, so we created those three conditions. First one is RSI, and daily chart type is daily chart, average on 14, 30, 70, so that's the default setting for RSI. Okay, we're fine to use those. It's overbought and it must be false, so select the false and save. The second one is the same RSI indicator, but this time its chart type is weekly chart. The weekly RSI is overbought, must be is false, which means it's not overbought. Save it. That's our second one. Finally, the last one is the monthly RSI. Is also not overbought. The overbought equals to false. Okay. Well, we should go back to our trend filters again, because we have one more very important safeguard conditions here, which means our divergence RSI should be false. So this condition, we select the divergence scanner because we're talking about price and indicator divergence. So you pick up the divergence scanner, and this time we're using RSI, so you pick up the second one, RSI, and chart type is weekly. Chart type, we're using weekly chart type, and the bearish peaks divergence equals to false. Okay, we don't want to see the bearish peaks divergence appear, so we select return value equals to false. Okay, so once you select all of them, let's go back to market scanner management to create a market scan. Okay, to be able to show you guys everything in action, I delete the old market scan results here. Let's come back later. In order to create a market scan, you need to go into the market scan management, analysis, and the market scan management. You click on that. So you go into our market scan management here. So today we're looking for daily, weekly, monthly uptrend, but not overbought. So that's the one I have already created. So for this demonstration, the current day is 10th of January 2022. I'm creating this video tutorial, but I'm gonna scan only up to 3rd of December. I want to give some time for the stock so we can see what the performance of this market scan. So I'm gonna scan up to 3rd of December 2021. The market I'm going to scan is ASX 200 top 200 stocks, Australian shares. Okay, so I'm going to select all of those here. So as you can see, I have already selected monthly, weekly, daily, not overbought. So that's our indicators for RSI. To verify that, we can see here, that's the conditions we specified here. Okay, and the trend filters, monthly is uptrend, daily is uptrend, weekly is uptrend, and finally we have a divergence RSI, bearish divergence, bearish peaks divergence is false. Okay, so that's all the conditions we have created in this slide. Okay, now the last step we want to do is just closing all of those. It's going to actually run the market scan. So if you want to run the market scan, you need to go in the market scan control panel. Okay, and to pick up the market scan we're going to run, that is DWM uptrend not overbought. Okay, I already run it, but doesn't matter, I can run again. When I click that star button, there is a market scan detail summary page will display for us to review. We can have a quick look here. It's scanned from 2021 to 2011 to 2021 up to 3rd of December, and it's a normal market scan. And the daily, weekly, monthly RSI is not overbought, and we have monthly, weekly, daily uptrend is true. Here is true again. Finally, we have a safeguard conditions here to make sure there is no RSI bearish peaks divergence, and that is to false. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, we have 12 candidates. Okay, let's go back to our market scan management page, scan results, scan result history, and you need to right click on that and refresh the result tree. Okay, so looks like we got some results, and you double click that green item, that's our actual final results. So as you can see, we have 12 candidates presented here. All right, so first of all, let's take a look at the overview chart here for the 12 candidates. That looks, this one looks very comfortable for me. At least I feel like they're very strong. So it's looking up, they're going up in the price action is actually moving up. This one is consolidated, and okay, most of them are doing okay. So suppose we had we did this scan on 3rd of December. If we bought all of them on that day, after on the very next week, Monday. So let's take a look. What are we gonna do? What do we have? All right. So okay. So let's add all of them into our long watch list. So right click on that, add all to long watch list, and let's take a look at the watch list. Okay, delete all because I'll add all before. So let's do it again. Add all to long watch list, and go into our watch list. Let's close that. Open again. Long. Okay, so DWM uptrend not overbought. Yes, as you can see, we have 12 candidates here because we scanned up to 3rd of December. So we add all of them in the watch list, because when I add them in, I can take a look at those numbers. Statistic numbers. Okay. We can estimate this performance of this market scan results. Suppose we bought all of them on the very next week, Monday. In theory, win loss is we are right now up 21%. So most of them are moving up. So as you can see, we have 12 in total. There are 8 stocks are moving up. So the up rate is 66%. Pretty much. Down we have 4 stocks moving lower. That's 30%, 33% roughly. And but the percentage, so we are up 21%. So that's quite a profit. Okay, so there is one more thing I want to take a look here. So because before we haven't actually applied any technical analysis based on them, so we just take a look at those chart preview. We haven't examined them one by one, but let's take a look. Let's take a look the biggest loss, which is the SEK. Why we included in here? So sometimes what I'm saying is, even though most of them are moving up, but some of them are moving down quite a lot. So that's why we really need to do, before we add them to this watch list, we need to apply, we need to take a look one by one. So basically, we need to take a look some of the very suspicious one. This one, at that date, the 3rd of December, it looks very strong, right? So the 3rd of December is right here. Okay, so you couldn't see any weakness presented for the moment. In here, it's really a decent move up, and it's not overbought. If you're going back to the RSI, it's not overbought, right? So, but why this one is moving down a lot? So, it's pretty hard for us to do it. So you can see here. So first of all, what I'm saying is, even though it's not a direct on that day, it's not a direct. So we have exclude the RSI divergence. Yes, we do. So this scanner did not exclude this one. The reason is, up to here is a very long-term RSI divergence, but on the day we did the market scan on 3rd of December, RSI breaks up. As you can see, it's get out of that so it's finished up those divergence status because we create a higher high, the RSI jump up, create a higher high. So that's why we didn't pick up this divergence. But if you apply, if you open this chart on that day after you did the market scan, when you turn on the RSI, you can see there is obvious divergence happening, even though the price is created higher high. So you need to provide some, it's pretty hard for this one to, we exclude them. So you need to see this. If you draw a trend line here, so actually this breaks up when we look at the volume. So the volume is not that significant, but it breaks up. So this volume doesn't the volume is trend volume for that week breaks up. It's not very high, so it's very small volumes. Doesn't, and also when your share price breaks down like this week, you need to close your position because that's a fake breakup for that level. Because you break up, you are closing back under that support level. That means it's probably a bull trap. So you need to close your positions. So yeah, so that's the caveat I want to tell you guys. Even though we have the overall performance is positive, and then we got 21%. If you did your technical analysis, if you can exclude that one out, and you can get even more, a profit. So for this one, we can observe it has a weakening sign for the previous few months. It presents in a weekly chart a divergence for RSI, and it breaks up, but does not have a volume support, and it breaks down again. So that really that could happen. Okay, that could happen. So that's why the technical analysis based on your market scan result is very important. Even though most of them you're getting profit, but some of them are hiding inside. So you need to pick them out and exclude them and move out from this list. So then you can get even more profit. That's why. Okay, I'll finish that example. Let's go into our last slide. So the key issues we're talking about in this example is we still need to do a review for all of the market scan results. If you get too many results showing your market scan, that means your market scan somewhat it's not that good because you have too many candidates. So after you apply additional technical analysis, you can filter out the bad candidates. Some of them are dangerous or hiding inside, like the one, the SEK one, that's falling 14%. So that's the key points I want to tell you guys as the actual information for this example. Okay, I think that's pretty much all for this video tutorial. In the future, we will upload more video tutorials for show you guys more valuable and useful examples to set up the filters and indicators. Okay, thanks for your time for watching. See you guys in next video tutorial. Bye for now.